You can use thin hair pasta, you can use angel hair, whatever kind of pasta you have. Go ahead and add 1 box. So, to me, 1 box is about that much. It's a good handful. And just add it straight into your water. Now, don't push on it and break it. Let the bottom of it get soft, and then we'll be able to push it all down in the water. All right, so again, I put my pasta in my boiling water, and I don't want to push down and break it, okay? I want to wait till the bottom of it starts to get where I can bend it. And when it starts getting where I can bend it, I'm going to go ahead and work the rest of my pasta down in my water. Now, I use this to stir my pasta. That's just because it helps break it up. But you can use a spoon, you can use whatever you have to stir that pasta. But like I say, once it starts boiling, go ahead and get that pasta in to cook, because it takes about 10 to 15 minutes for that pasta to cook. So here we go. We've got all the pasta now in the water. My vegetables are cooking. My vegetables need about a good 4 to 5 minutes boiling really good before they're done. A way I can tell if they're done is I use a fork, and if I can push up against the pan and the vegetable breaks real easy, then it's done. It's the same with the noodles, okay? Another way you can also test the noodles is to taste them, but it'll be a little while before you'll even see me do that, because I want to make sure they're getting as done as possible before I eat one. Okay? So make sure you keep those noodles stirred around, because you don't want them to stick on the bottom or the sides of that pan. Make sure they stay down in the water so that they can cook. Alright, now it's just a waiting game. We gotta wait for something to get done so we can do something else to it. So we're gonna kind of take a couple minutes and let our noodles cook, let our vegetables cook, and then we'll be working with them again. Okay. What? Again, making sure that you do stir those vegetables every once in a while and those noodles to get them cooking. Are we doing good? Awesome. Make sure those noodles stay down in the water when you stir them too. soon as your vegetable pan is boiling again, it needs to boil 4 minutes. It needs to boil 4 minutes. And then you'll need to check your vegetables once it boils for 4 minutes. You'll check them with the fork, like I said, to see if they're soft. Because you definitely don't want crunchy vegetables in with your pasta. That would not taste good at all. You will also want to have out a big serving bowl like this, so when we're ready to mix everything, we can mix it in the bowl. So if you just want to get out your supplies and have them ready while this stuff is cooking. I'm excited watching y'all cooking. I've seen some good pictures of some pot pies from yesterday. They looked really good. I hope they all tasted good. While we're waiting on these to cook, on Monday, we will be making banana bread, okay? So, I want to show you this now so that you're ready. Okay, you see these bananas? They have the brown marks on them, okay? These are not ready for banana bread yet, okay? They need to actually be almost rotted. And I know that sounds funny, but like when you peel it and you've got the dark black marks on it sometimes and you don't like to eat it, that's what they need to be to make them into banana bread, okay? If they're too ripe or too green, they won't be good in your banana bread. So I'm actually letting these sit out. So if you go to the store to buy anything, go ahead and buy your bananas. You only need about 3 bananas, okay? And you're gonna let them sit. Now if they're really, really green when you get them, tie them up in your bag. In a Target bag, Walmart bag, whatever you buy, tie them up and let them sit. And they will turn this color very fast, okay? All right, I'm gonna stir everything again. Noodles are coming along good. I'm gonna check my vegetables. Yes. Do what?
Do the noodles look good?
Yes. When you're cooking them though, Maria, even though they're really soft, you want to let them cook for about 10 minutes, and then you want to taste one. You don't want it to have any kind of like I want to say a crunch, but it won't be a crunch. It'll be like a hard spot. You don't want any hard spots on them, okay? All right. When I check the vegetables, you specifically want to check a zucchini piece, because that's going to be the piece that takes the longest to cook, are the zucchini pieces. So check your zucchini pieces. If your zucchini is done, the rest of it will be done. So again, check those zucchini pieces, and once they're soft and you can cut them with a fork, they're done. My vegetables are almost done. How is everybody else's vegetables? Almost done? Okay, awesome. All right, I'm gonna give mine about 1 more minute, and then we're gonna use the colander for them. Yep. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my vegetables and I'm gonna turn my stove off because I don't wanna leave it on, and I'm gonna empty them into the colander, okay? So just take your vegetables straight from your pan and empty it into your colander. Be careful because the steam coming off of it will burn you if you're not very careful with it. And we don't want anybody getting burned. And then I'm setting my pan back on some pot holders because I'm going to reuse that pan. So pour those vegetables into a colander. Make sure you get all the water out. And then pour them back into the pan you were using. Pour them back into the pan that you used to cook them in. Alright, so now this is what I have. I have my vegetables that are cooked and all the water is drained out. I'm going to check my noodles one more time before I get started on preparing my sauce. Does everybody have their vegetables drained and back in the pan? Thumbs up if you've got your vegetables back in the pan. 1, 2. Alright, so back in the pan. Now I'm going to take my fettuccine sauce. My sauce in a bottle. Okay? You might have fettuccine, you might have marinara. Not that, that's your Parmesan cheese, sweetie. You want your sauce. Not your cheese, your sauce. There you go. Okay? You might have spaghetti sauce. You might have vegetable Alfredo sauce. Whatever kind of sauce you have. Go ahead and open it up. And you're going to just put all that sauce in with the vegetables. You're going to put all the sauce in with the vegetables. It's going to be a lot of sauce, but don't worry, you'll need it all. I'm just going to empty it all in with my vegetables. Make sure you get the bottle cleaned out completely, the jar, because you're going to need all that sauce that's in there. Again, I'm making sure I've got all the sauce I can get out of this jar.
So we have to put all of the excuse me? On the vegetables? Excuse me?
Do you have to put all the sauce what?
On the vegetables.
Yes, all the sauce on the vegetables.
But we made that on vegetables. Like that was the thing that we
Yep, like that, all on the vegetables. Yes, sir.
got it. Thank you. Does it have to be white or red?
It does not matter. You can use either one. All right, so I'm just going to stir the vegetables all around in this sauce. so that my sauce covers all my vegetables. All right, so now it looks like this. All the sauce is covering the vegetables. I'm gonna put it back on the stove just so I can warm that sauce. So I'm gonna put it back on the stove. Now, make sure you're stirring it occasionally because otherwise it will stick to the bottom. So make sure you are stirring that sauce in those vegetables every once in a while, because you don't want it to stick and burn. And make sure you're checking your noodles to make sure they're still cooking. If you need to test a noodle and you don't like to taste it, one thing to do is pull one up with a fork on the side of the pan, and if it cuts really easily without you putting pressure on it, it's done. I'm still putting a little bit of pressure on mine, so I know it's not done yet. Or you can always take one out, run it under cold water, and taste it. So I've got my pan with my sauce and vegetables in it, and it's just getting, basically all I'm doing is warming the sauce up. So I just want this pan to get hot again, not to boil, but to just get hot again. And you'll be able to tell when it starts getting hot because you'll smell the vegetables, not just the sauce. I'm going to check a noodle here and see if we're done. Go ahead and check your noodles. Mine are pretty much done, so yours should be getting really close. Now, what I'm going to do with my noodles is I'm going to pour them out of the pan they're in straight into the colander again to get all the water off. So I'm going to pour them out of my pan into my colander. Remember, don't let the water or the steam get on you because it will burn. Alright, then I'm just going to set that pan aside for right now because I won't need it again. And then I'm going to get my big bowl, and once my noodles are drained, and I usually shake them out with the colander to make sure I get all the water out of them. Once they're drained, I'm going to pour them into my serving bowl. So this is what I have. Okay, my noodles in my serving bowl. All right. Now I'm going to stir my vegetables around again. Make sure that I'm getting that good and hot with the sauce. Once it seems like it's good and hot, we want to cook it for about another 5 minutes or so, just to make sure. And remember, it's your job to clean up, not Mom's. So you could go ahead and start cleaning if you're waiting on stuff.
Excuse me?
Yes.
Do I have to mix it with the vegetable?
Once the vegetables and the sauce are done, yes, we're going to. We need to let the vegetables cook about another 3 or 4 minutes, okay? Because I want to make sure those vegetables are good and hot when I put them in with that pasta. Alright, about another 2 minutes on my vegetables. About another 2 minutes here, and I should be ready to pour that all in. We doing all right? Thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. How are we doing? Good, good, awesome. And a good thing to serve with this, if you're looking for something else to put with it for dinner, you can use bread and butter like you would with spaghetti. Or if you have French bread or baguettes, you can use those. All right? Because this is a meal in itself. You really don't have to add anything else to it. All right, are we about ready to add the vegetables and sauce in? All right, take it off the stove. And we're going to take it over to our bowl. And we're going to add all of it in. Make sure you're scraping that pan so you're getting all your vegetables. Alright. So I now have all my vegetables and sauce. Now, I'm going to use my spoon. For me, it's this type of spoon, whatever kind of spoon you have, and you're gonna mix the vegetables, the sauce, and the noodles all around. So go all the way down, dig up those noodles at the bottom, because you wanna make sure you get sauce and vegetables all over all the noodles. Now, as yesterday, you saw that I did not add any salt or pepper directly to the food. The reason I didn't is because I don't personally like pepper, but I know people in my family do, so they'll use their own salt and pepper when they get ready to eat it, okay? So I'm just gonna mix everything around, get it good and mixed up. Make sure my sauce is on everything. Again, go all the way down to the bottom, pulling it all the way up to make sure you're getting a good mixture. Turn your bowl around as you're mixing.
Yes.
Yes.
Like to mix the spaghetti with.
Yes, go ahead and put the vegetables and stuff with the spaghetti, yes. Again, I am turning my bowl around as I'm mixing to make sure I get everything mixed in. And it should be smelling really good in your house about now. All right, once you have it mixed around, it's gonna look like this. Okay, I just have everything mixed in my bowl. How are we doing? Good, awesome. Maria, how's it going? Awesome. Sanaya, how's it going? Good, good. Do we have all the sauce mixed with the noodles? Awesome. All right, once you have all the sauce mixed with the noodles, you're ready to sit down and eat it. Yay! Awesome, here we go. We can sit down and eat this stuff. All right, if you've got it completely done and you're ready to go eat, I will see you tomorrow, okay? Bye.